that familiar tightness gripping your chest during stressful moments. You know it, right? That overactive mind refusing to quiet down at bedtime. That perpetual concern for the future that robs your present. What if 3 straightforward words could instantly neutralize anxiety whenever it shows up? Neuroscience researchers have investigated this phrase's brain impact, and their discoveries will revolutionize your approach to stress indefinitely. Still, before sharing this phrase, I need you to complete a simple task right away. Tap that subscription button and switch on notifications, because this information may determine whether you live anxiously or peacefully. Based on compilations of scientific studies conducted by international universities and public health education materials freely distributed by official institutions, this video was created to share up-to-date information especially designed for people over 60. Now then, I'd like to ask you something genuine. What portion of your existence has been consumed by concerns over events that never materialized? How many precious instances have slipped by because your thoughts were imprisoned in a fictional tomorrow or an agonizing yesterday? The truth is, anxiety doesn't live in the present moment. This isn't possible. Anxiety exclusively deals with either prospective events or completed ones. It thrives on temporal periods that aren't currently present. This is the point where everything transforms. The statement that eradicates anxiety is just, I am here now. Just 3 words. A total of 9 letters. Immeasurable force. When you say these words with true awareness, something remarkable happens in your brain. Research with functional MRI scanning shows that being present instantly decreases the amygdala's activity, the brain's alarm center, while simultaneously increasing the prefrontal cortex's engagement, which controls logical thinking and emotional equilibrium. Nevertheless, this encompasses more than brain chemistry alone. This involves recovering your life from the oppression of invented perils. Ponder this thought. Right now, in this exact moment, are you okay? Not in tomorrow's worries, not next week's concerns, not in those 3 a.m. mental scenarios. In this moment, generally speaking, the answer is yes. Presently, you're drawing breath. Presently, you're in a safe state. Currently, you have all you need to inhabit this moment. The bulk of people over 60 possess years of compiled stressful thoughts. Our experience has taught us that unfortunate things do take place. We've known sorrow, disillusionment, and bodily health struggles. And because of this experience, our minds become hypervigilant, constantly scanning for the next threat. Psychological professionals term this anticipatory anxiety, and it's completely draining. It's like running a marathon while standing still. Your biological system can't tell apart real perils from those existing only in thought. As you stress over tomorrow's doctor visit, your pulse quickens, blood pressure elevates, and stress chemicals surge through your body, precisely as though the danger exists in this moment. This persistent stress doesn't merely feel horrible. It genuinely hastens aging and diminishes your immune function. Something remarkable emerged from Harvard research studies. As people consistently cultivate present moment awareness, their systems yield reduced cortisol, the dominant stress hormone, and heightened DEA, frequently referred to as the longevity substance. Just by refocusing your consciousness on the present, you're truly picking vitality over ailment, serenity over confusion. I'd like to relate a narrative that exemplifies this wonderfully. There lived a man called Robert, age 72, who spent every day engulfed in stress about his heart disease. Every morning commenced with pulse monitoring, sensation tracking, believing any day might prove his last. His partner saw him fading into the stress prison until one afternoon, positioned in his garden, he spotted a butterfly touching down on a neighboring flower. For merely several seconds, his thoughts became entirely silent. He wasn't worried about his heart. He wasn't contemplating the future. He was only viewing this butterfly, entirely present at that time. And right then he perceived something profound. His worry wasn't securing him. It was impeding his capacity to truly exist. From then on, whenever worry surfaced, he would state to himself, "I am here now," and shift his awareness to something in his current environment, an auditory sensation, a sensation, his breathing. As time passed, this straightforward practice revolutionized his life beyond what any medicine could. At this moment, please pause this video for just 5 seconds and give this a try yourself. Pronounce aloud, "I am here now." Notice your body's contact with the chair. Perceive the air making contact with your skin. Become aware of sounds in your vicinity. Notice how quickly your anxiety fades when you genuinely land in the here and now. This isn't wishful thinking or refusing reality. This represents something far more impactful. It's simply what is. This current moment is the only one that really exists. All else consists of recollection or mental creation. As you realize this fundamentally, not simply theoretically, but through actual experience, anxiety lets go of you. You discover you've been in pain over matters that have no present reality. And before we proceed, I need your help in distributing this information. Leave a comment with either the number 1 if this is making sense to you, or 0 if you're skeptical. Your involvement helps this video get to others who desperately require these insights. Let's now address how to use this phrase properly, especially during heightened, anxious moments. The vital factor isn't applying it as a device to combat anxiety, attempting to expel anxious thoughts. Rather, use it as a centering tool, a tender nudge to come back to this moment. As you sense anxiety growing, pause briefly. Take a slow breath. State "I am here now," either vocally or mentally. Next, engage your sensory perception. What do your eyes perceive? What sounds reach your ears? What tactile sensations exist? This simple practice interrupts the anxiety spiral before it gains momentum. Neuroscience shows us that you can't simultaneously be fully present and fully anxious. They're mutually exclusive states. Presence removes anxiety, just as light removes darkness, not through conflict, but simply through existing. For those of us past 60, this technique is exceptionally helpful because we often harbor not just immediate concerns, but also amass anxiety from a lifetime of obstacles. We could fret about wellness, monetary concerns, our offspring or their children, or becoming dependent. These represent legitimate concerns, but fretting over them provides no solutions. It simply prevents us from embracing the beautiful moments we still have. Taking steps solves problems. Presence brings us tranquility. Worrying does none of these. Here's the transformative power of this phrase. It acts immediately, demands no payment, creates no unwanted effects, and functions anywhere, whenever. So this represents your challenge. Each instance you notice anxiety surfacing, apply the phrase, "I am here now." Express it with awareness. Bring yourself back to sensory awareness. And here's what I want you to do right now.